I will shatter their sanity and bring them to damnation.
Did not expect to find myself in a mirror match. You played almost all of the last tournaments, and you always hope to get onto the official stream being cast. Well, we had done one of the things we always do for the stream. Like, this is just a small behind-the-scenes thing, but we like to go and, like, you know, look at the players that we would recognize. So, like, you know, like for the last week, we really wanted to go watch like Unscathed. We wanted to watch Phaser. We wanted to watch these players that we had seen get very far. Because, like, that's, like, when we stream, we want to make it entertaining, right? So our goal is just constantly make the stream, like, just fun to watch. So it's one of those things that if we didn't recognize your name at the time, then it's more likely that you got, like, passed over. Also, sometimes the admins would just say, hey, this is the game we're watching, so that would be the game we watched. And you said it's hard against Mezzaldi Strike. Oh yeah, no, it's not impossible, but very difficult, I would say, to be able to beat. I mean, any of them at that point. Like, I know for a fact, and I think I said this to the Tigress the other day. Just if I had to play any of those guys, I would very easily get destroyed. Because they are really good. And, like, that's the thing I told her as well, was looking at, like, a lot of, like the decks and stuff these people come up with. Like, I can sit down and look at their deck, and this is the same way it is with Smite. I can look down at it and be like, this is a good deck or good X because of Y, right? I can tell you why it is. I could not come up with that deck. Wait, what? I forgot about the afterlife. Oh. I can't believe that. Oh. I'm so sad. Do I stream more often now? Yeah, I stream a lot more often because, like, it's one of those things. A lot of the tournaments have been like, I mean, we're waiting. What's it called? Until HRX for Hand of the Gods, for Paladins, for Smite. So all the tournaments that I would have been casting before this. No, you did not mess up my play. That was 100% me thinking, oh, my thought was literally, I'm immune to melee. I can go smack this Cirquette. And then I smacked that Cirquette, and it was a whole thing. But all the tournaments I would have been casting now, I'm not casting. So we have a little bit more time, so I can stream a little bit more. It's been fun. And this is my jump back. I actually took a little break from Hand of the Gods for a little bit because, like, I think the best way to describe it, I was playing it pretty much every day, as well as constantly making sure that I was, what's it called? Like, I was up to date on new cards, reading new patches, and then we would be casting on top of that. So I was in this scenario where I was overloaded, I want to say, like, just with playing Hand of the Gods all the time. And so I took a break, so I'm finally, like, jumping back in and, like, learning all the new cards and stuff. I'm trying to get to the point where I can
embrace it.
be at that same level again. Alright, he's gonna undo, he's gonna use his leader ability here, and it's gonna break the shackle. Exactly, I suck at duck building. Dude, duck building? How about deck building? I am garbage at deck building. I will sit down, like, I could come up, like, I mean, what's the one I made? I made a Beast Zeus deck. Like, woo! That one's cool. No, I could not make one of these competitive decks. The guys that sit down and come up with that stuff are ridiculous. There's that. Now let's see. You're pretty bad at duck building as well. I just love Hand of the Gods, playing, streaming it, the community. Met so many people. Dude, it's a nice place. It's a nice community. Everyone's really nice.
What tasks need to be?
Where is that gonna put you? Alright, I've got Rain of Arrows. I think I'm good with my positioning. It kind of sucks to float 3 mana, but it is. Beast Zeus is strong. It's one of those things, it's really fun in like casuals, and it honestly could probably do... Oops, I just sat on my button. I being really loud in my ears. I could probably sit in ranked and have it do well, but in reality, it's just not going to do competitive. And Hi-Rez is really doing so much for us. Not money. That's what I like to hear. Those are the updates I like to get. That guy just... Where did he choose? Did he choose down here? Because he could have chose here and got the Mercury, and then he missed his own Merc. Rip the dream. This is how you do it. And then you get 5 smack right there. Ooh, I haven't seen that card since it got buffed. Starting your turn, move to a random enemy and attack it. Wow.
I am primordial, infinite and all-powerful.
I can do 8 damage face. I mean, you get all the gods for roughly 20 bucks. Compare that with other MOBAs. Yeah, no, I love Smite. I can do 8 damage to this guy. I can actually kill that right now. Or I can do face. I'm gonna do face. Famous last words. The most of famous last words. Is X-Ball the most damaging basic attack god? I think so. He's definitely one of the best boxers.
The day is ours!
GG.
Time to go to work.
I'm gonna end the game. I always hate it. Like, I always hate that last turn. It's like you have lethal right there at the stone and people don't take it. So I'm gonna end it for him. That was just a solid win. That was a nice play. Except for that time I killed my Bacchus on the Circat, but we don't talk about that one.